Hey Daphne, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What do you think about moving to England?
Yeah. Let's do it
Do you want to
now.
do you want to do it right now?
Yeah.
Do you think that'd be fun?
Yeah. Let's do it right now.
I always thought life could be a fairy tale, but I wanted to be strong and empowered with a career and a family life. So, what really happens to happily ever after?
So I'm here with Anne-Marie Slaughter. My name is Bonnie Greenbell Silvestri, and we're going to be talking about the issues that she's going to be dealing with today in her talk about redefining balance. It's been a really important topic for me as becoming a new mother a couple of years ago, and I've been teaching women in the law for many years, and I'm finally seeing how these cases really impact you in a very personal way. And your article is so beautiful because it's so personal, and I just loved it.
When we found out we were having a baby, it felt as though every aspect of my life had come together. I loved my job, my husband, and my swelling belly. Like most career women, I never paused to consider whether or how I would achieve balance. I was just certain that I would. But we soon realized that balancing home and family is a Herculean task. I decided to learn more about what happens to mothers who take maternity leave in our culture, and determined that I wasn't alone. Many of my counterparts face similar difficulties when they return to work. 20 years after its landmark passage, it's become clear that the Family Medical Leave Act isn't working.
We are one of 3 countries in the entire world that doesn't have paid maternity leave, and all the other advanced countries have paid family leave, right? So for fathers, for mothers, taking care of your kids, taking care of your parents, I think it's essential that men have to be part of this. And the good news is young men under 30, are increasingly insisting that they be able to have the same flexibility that women have, that they be able to be totally engaged parents. But it really, as long as our norm is a person who enters the workforce at 25 and exits at 65 and never has to accommodate anything other than the job, we're not going to get there. It's because women can't do it all. It has to be a recognition that our society now has people who are both working and taking care of people at the same time.
Now we are considering taking a year off to live abroad and to see what it's really like to raise a family in another country. This is our story.
What are the pitfalls of doing this, do you think?
Well, I think that we could be concerned about our careers. How will we get back on track if we've been traveling for a period of time? It's exciting that we're making a documentary about our travels, but I have those concerns about how will I get back on track?
Yeah. And how do you think Daphne's going to feel?
Daphne loves the pool, and she loves Grandma and Pop-Up, and she asks for Grandma and Pop-Up constantly. So I think that those are going to be the 2 biggest issues for her.
This small town in Wales, there's I think 3,000 people, and I don't know if there's going to be anything of culture there for us to engage in. We might, you're right, have to travel, and I think London's 4 or 5 hours by train. I think Manchester is 2.5, and I don't even know anything about Manchester other than they have a soccer team. Although we have so many logistical concerns. I mean, we either have to sell our house or rent it out, and then we have to decide if we're coming back to Florida or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm a little scared too about bringing our daughter the whole way to England, to this place that we've never been,
Yeah.
to possibly to move to and stay in. So that's going to be an interesting adventure. She's not even potty trained yet, so I'm not sure quite how that's going to work out either. I mean, do they even have diapers over there? I guess they have to. They've got babies. I don't know. I've never been over there.
Yeah, we really don't know. Is there a supermarket? I mean,
that's another thing, too. We're going to be without a car while we're over there.
yeah.
Yeah, and then, we have to worry about the train schedule and how all that's going to work.
Yeah, I just had this really expansive notion of wanting to see what happens in other countries and then maybe be able to bring that experience back to the United States. So I thought that if we just did an experiment and put our own family in another place, then making a documentary about that would just be such a fantastic thing for us and possibly for other people who might want to know what it's like. And since I've been working mostly in policy, I feel like we need to have other perspectives to play a role in how we make a policy here for the United States. So I think that what I was viewing us as is sort of like an emissary trying to go to another place and sort of pick up their cultural norms and values and see if any of those would be valuable to our own community and other communities around America, to kind of give them a better sense of how other cultures try to balance work and family. Because here, I think it's just, I love this line from Anne Marie Slaughter, which she said, people are leaning in so much. She's quoting the Sheryl Sandberg book. Women are leaning in so much they're really falling over because they're trying so hard to maintain their career while at the same time balancing a family, and those are just two huge jobs to do at one time, and whole families are really experiencing that. So I think that we do probably as a culture need to re-examine this relatively quickly before families are just spread way too thin and we can't really call ourselves an America that focuses on family values without really re-examining what kind of pressures there are on families right now. This is a bit of like that Fish Out of Water movie that I love. I love those Fish Out of Water movies. And it just feels like one of those where, you know, some sort of more Americanized kind of, I'm more of a city person, goes into like a small community and really tries to like find their way and see what happens. So I think we are going to be creating kind of a Fish Out of Water sort of movie. I don't know. It is a little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely our families are very concerned. It is a little out there that we're going to do something like that. Okay.
Okay, good.
I guess we'll go.
Let's go.
Oh, how are we going to get there?
We're going to get there.
But how?
We're going to drive.
We're going to drive to England?
Yeah,
That's a good idea. Do you want to drive or should I?
you drive.
I should drive.
Yeah.
Okay.